everyone. So whenever I lecture on research methods, there are two questions that come up a lot and two topics that tend to be tricky as you're first kind of learning to navigate all the terminology. So I just want to do a quick little mini lecture in case you're somebody that seeing things and hearing things is much more helpful than reading. So let me minimize myself here so you can see my slides. All right. Hopefully this is now in a setting where you can see both me and the slides if I've done this right. So when we're talking about correlations, there are two different options for a correlation. We can have a positive correlation or we can have a negative correlation. If we have a positive correlation, what we mean is that both of the variables that we're looking at are moving in the same direction. So they're either both going up or they're both going down. So if we say the amount of exercise you do is positively correlated to the quality of sleep that you're getting, right? It means they're both going up. Higher exercise, higher sleep quality. But we can also have things that are both going down, and this is still a positive correlation. So if we are talking about, for example, the less amount of screen time that a young child tends to get, the less irritability they tend to have in the evening. And I don't know if that's what the current research is saying. I'm just kind of trying to think of an example to use. But we would be saying that we have two things that are both going down, right? Less screen time and less irritability. And the common sense conclusion might be, oh, well, that's a negative correlation since we're talking about things going down, but it's not. It's still a positive correlation because they're both going down together. What a negative correlation is when your variables that you're looking at are moving in opposite directions. So one thing is going up as another thing is going down. So like if I were to say, we have research showing that the higher frequency of alcohol consumption among college students, the less consistent their course attendance is. That is a negative correlation because we're saying this thing over here is going up and this thing over here is going down. So all you have to remember, the easiest way to keep this straight is positive, they're moving together, whether up or down. Negative, they're moving opposite. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is how to remember the difference between an independent variable and a dependent variable. My undergraduate research methods instructor taught this, and it's the easiest way to remember it. So what you do is you ask yourself the question, what is affecting what? For any hypothetical situation that you have presented to you with a research project, what is affecting what? And in your mind, you just fill in these blanks. What is affecting what? So if I wanted to make it a causational statement instead of a correlational statement, the example that I just used about the greater the alcohol consumption among college students, the less frequent their class attendance. Now the alcohol might not be causing the lack of attendance, right? There could be a third-party correlate, there could be a spurious correlate, there could be something else going on here. But if I was going to make that a cause and I was going to propose the more alcohol a student drinks, it's going to cause them to have less consistent class attendance. If I were to ask what is affecting what, I'm proposing that alcohol consumption is affecting class attendance. So then all you have to do is keep in mind your first blank is your independent variable, your second blank is your dependent variable. What is affecting what? Independent variable is affecting a dependent variable. That simple question, you're going to be able to figure out independent variable and dependent variable on any research study that you look at. And that's our quick little research methods mini lecture. If there's any other topics that's giving you a problem, feel free to shoot me an email. We'll discuss it one-on-one via email. I can post it in a group discussion board. Methods is tricky. For most people, methods is not the most interesting aspect of psychology. So if you've been struggling with this unit, I get it. Hang in there. Let me know if there's anything that you need help with.